Hello, Connective. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Comment, like, and subscribe without smashing anything. And let's get into this energy. What have we got? I'm wearing my contact lenses. Those of you that were watching when I first started shooting videos with my face, my reading glasses broke right on camera. Just screw popped out, almost hit me in the face. So here we are now with our reading glasses again. I'd rather use sonar, but we're gonna do this. So we got the Four of Roses, Views of the Ego. Views of the Ego. This has actually been coming up a little bit in readings. I mean, not so much my readings, but a little bit. But and I've been seeing them in other people's readings. And it's been about the ego, the death of the ego, because sometimes to be who we want to be, to even really be who we want to be, we have to let that go. And this is Clear Your Mind, last quarter moon in Gemini, but it's upside down. Clear your mind. Here, let's see what law we're working with. Oh my God. When I leave these decks, I do leave them shuffled. When I come back, I do shuffle them. I didn't shuffle all these decks. I figured I'd just run them through while I'm talking to you right now a little bit. And apparently this deck has got some issues. We're going to find out what they are. Let's see here. Okay. The law of perfect health. Listen to the divine guidance within your body and the law of immortality. Time is only of the essence for your full expression. Now, the law of immortality has come up with different meanings before. That's a little different here, what I'm looking at for messages. Let's see what else we got. The world. Chasing possibilities. Huh. I'll do one more. Huh. All right. We're just going to pull the other cards. We're going to see what's up. Put this at the top. All right. Usually go to this deck first. Huh. I have no clue. I mean, I'm getting messages, but they're kind of like the messages that you would normally get with those cards. It's not Eight of Cups. So I've got Temperance on the table, Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords all upright. The World again. Two of Pentacles. So Page of Swords, King of Wands. What's going on here? King of Wands has been coming up a lot too. And I want to say they've been coming up a little bit like as a creator or as a, sometimes the tarot card watcher is the King of Wands. I wouldn't necessarily argue that in this situation right now. It looks like something's on hold. I don't think this is your ego. This whole time I'm pulling cards. I'm expecting this to be your ego, like, hey, what's going on with the ego? Why is the ego getting in the way? I don't think it's you. I think someone or something has you worried. And it could be both, something and someone. I think it's causing like anxiety and possibly sleepless nights. And I feel like your health might even be suffering, even if it's just something as small as like a headache or a stomach ache. I mean, prolonged stuff like this can make it worse, can create other health problems that are more serious. Just the worry and stress of it kind of thing. This perfect health is kind of telling me to like watch your health. And then you've got this like immortality right next to it, right? And temperance. And the temperance card is with this worth card here. And I feel like kind of like what I said, it has something to do with the person that you're dealing with. I mean, I feel like this person is difficult on their own. So it's not necessarily your situation with them that is creating the problem, like for you necessarily, this physical problem that we're talking about that may occur or may have occurred. They also are just difficult to deal with. So it's a hard person and then sort of a hard situation on top of that. And then I've got this 8 of Cups next to comfort, which is for some reason telling me like that it's like might be a family member, or like it could be a romantic relationship. We've got what I would consider to be this balance card here, this 2 of Pentacles, but then I also have the World twice. So I kind of feel like, the situation, there's someone in this situation that truly is, I was going to say worth more. We have this worth card here, but let's just put it this way, because I'm getting multiple scenarios here. That there's somebody that like a tertiary person or a direct person who is involved in this, who let's say you are trying to protect. It's not really telling me like what the conflict is, but I feel like this ego card is kind of telling me that this person doesn't have to be as difficult as they are. They're choosing to be difficult. So let's say if this is an argument, like the argument that they're presenting, they don't actually really feel that strongly about it, or they don't have to be that harsh about it. Let's put it that way. They're just doing it. And it could be because they're used to doing it. Like I said, this is like a hard person to deal with. It's not necessarily personal towards you that they're giving you a hard time, but it's adding to the situation. If they just dealt with it like normally, it wouldn't be as stressful or as hard, or it wouldn't be making you as angry or sad or whatever that feeling is. I feel like there's this overlying feeling that's been around for so long that it's starting to make you sick. And you were hoping that it would like fix itself, because you didn't want to necessarily look at it for what it was. You were kind of hoping that what this person was showing you, they would change it, and that they would just stop, make it easier, whatever it was, give you some relief, some comfort, but that hasn't happened. And there's either a part of you or a person in your life who's kind of like, this isn't right. You should not have to deal with this in a relationship, or you should not have to deal with this from this person in your family, or something like that, like something specific that they're saying. And you know it, Because when you hear it, it rings true, but you don't know what to do about it. And this card is telling you that you have more than one option. You have options. You have options as to how you want to deal with this, and you have options as to what you actually should be getting instead of this. And then, so we have the World card down here with align. You have the World up here, and then you have the World down here with align. I think the reason why this is because you are in this situation and you want something different, but you're not aligned with that different thing. I think that's why this Temperance and this Worth card is here. That if you did just say, hey, I'm going to move forward no matter what, you would attract the wrong thing right now because you're still in that energy. You're not in the energy of the world. You're just not. And then we've got this balance and this jump in. But I feel like this card is more than just balance. Let's take a look at this Capricorn staring at us. You have options again. And a decision. Yeah. This is telling you to move. Because you've thought about it a little too much. This clear your mind card is upside down, which usually we would be like, clear your mind. But I feel like if you cleared your mind, you would start thinking about this all over again from the beginning. So we can't do that. And then we have this King of Wands with pay attention, which again, this King of Wands might be you. And I feel like it's a good possibility that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I've got two people here on the table. They're either both you or there's someone else, or they're your intuition. There's something that's symbolizing the idea that this situation isn't good for you. There's the listen card next to it and the pay attention card next to it. And this truly does just seem like a situation that you don't necessarily want to walk away from. And you don't want to stay in it either. Yeah, with this crown chakra, you already know. You know that this person isn't going to bend. Like, even if the conversation was stupid, they would still want to get one up on you, or still want to butt heads, or still want to be right, or whatever that thing is that they do that causes you stress. It's almost like the situation in front of you, and then you wanting to talk about it, and then them not being open to talk about it, but pretending to talk about it so that by the time you're done talking about it, you really don't want to talk to them anymore. Sorry. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. Okay, so we're back over here again with this law of perfect health. If you have a headache, don't talk to this person. If they give you stomach aches, don't answer the phone. If you live with them and you can't get out of it, then it's a possibility that you may need to start creating boundaries. Or you may need to start thinking about, when you're not in a situation, what you're going to do when you get in that situation to deal with that person. Because a lot of times, I've said it before, when you're under the gun, it's really hard to come up with something to say to somebody to get them to back off. But right when the situation happens and you're trapped and you're in it and you're like, dang, I shouldn't have agreed to this. Then you go back and you think about, okay, what am I going to say to this person the next time they ask me this? Or what am I going to say to this person the next time they do that? And then the next time they do it, say it. And then they'll kind of realize, even if you don't win that argument at that time, they will experience the resistance. And from there, you can start to set boundaries. Sometimes, unfortunately, when you're dealing with other people and you didn't have boundaries to begin with, or you weren't reinforcing your boundaries, when you first try to do it, they look at you like you're silly. And sometimes I've said before that some people will never let you create boundaries, and those are the people you need to walk away from, especially if you're truly trying to create boundaries and they just don't want to respect you. Again, if you're in my life, if you're in my family, and I have a new boundary for whatever reason, and you don't want to respect it, I'm not even sure why I'm talking to you. So there's that. Because again, you're going to want me to respect your boundaries when you have something to say, right? Right. So you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. This is kind of like what I'm talking about too. I feel like this person is challenging you. And I think they're challenging you in ways that you don't want to be challenged. You already know, at least to a certain extent, what your worth is. You're here, you kind of got yourself here, but I feel like to a certain extent you were tricked. Like I feel like you thought you were getting something else. And now you kind of really see what could be for you with these adjacent possibilities. And you realize that this other thing isn't it. And feel like I need to tell you that they're not coming with you. Even if you want to be a better person, you want to have a better relationship, this person isn't coming with you. They are going to have to do something about their ego if they want to come with you. You have to be important enough to them for them to... your relationship with them can't be less important than them being right, or whatever it is that they're trying to put in between the two of you. And you already know this. So keep that in mind, collective, until we meet again.